such a sinner of his memory to credit his own lie, he did believe he was indeed the Duke. Out of the substitution, and executing the outward face of royalty with all prerogative, hence his ambition growing. Dost thou hear?
Your tale, sir, would cure deafness.
You have no stream between this part he played and him he played it for. He needs will be absolute, milord. Me, poor man, my library was dukedom large enough. Of temporal royalties he thinks me now incapable. Confederate, so dry he was the sway, with the Queen of Naples, to give her annual tribute, do her homage, subject his coronet to a crown, bend the dukedom yet unbowed. Alas, poor Milan, to most ignoble stooping.
Oh, the heavens!
Mark his condition, and the event. Then tell me, if this might be a brother.
I should sin to think so nobly of my grandmother. Good wombs have borne bad sons.
Now the condition. Queen of Naples, being an enemy to me, inveterate, hearkens my brother's suit, which was that she, in lieu of the premises of homage, and I know not how much tribute, should presently extirpate me and mine out of the dukedom, and confer fair Milan with all the honors on my brother, whereon a treacherous army levied one midnight, fated to the purpose, did Antonio open the gates of Milan. In the dead of darkness, the ministers for the purpose hurried against me and thy crying self.
Lad, for pity. I, not remembering how I cried out then, will cry it o'er again. It is a hint that brings mine eyes to it.
Here a little further, and I'll bring thee to this present business which now is upon us, without the which this story were most impertinent.
Wherefore did they not that hour then destroy us?
Well demanded, wench. My tale provokes that question. Dear, they durst not, so dear the love my people bore me, nor set a mark so bloody on the business, but with colors fairer painted their foul ends in view. They hurried us aboard a bark, bore us some leagues to sea, where they prepared a rotten carcass of a boat, not rig, nor sail, nor tackle, nor mast. The very rats instinctively have quit it. And there they hoist us, to cry to the sea, which roared to us, to sigh to the winds, whose pity, sighing back again, did us but loving wrong.
Alas, what trouble was I then to you?
Oh, a cherubim. Thou wast that didst preserve me, that didst smile, infused with a fortitude from heaven, when I have decked the sea with drops full of salt under my burthened groan, which raised me an undergoing stomach, to bear up against what should ensue.
How came we then ashore?
By providence divine. Some food we had, some fresh water, that a noble Neapolitan Gonzalo, out of his charity, who being then appointed master of this design, did give us, with rich garments, linens, stuffs, and necessaries, which since have steadied much. So of his gentleness, knowing I love my books, he furnished me from my own library with volumes that I prize above my dukedom.
Well, that I might but meet this man.
Ah, now I arise. Sit, still. Hear the last of our sea sorrow. Here on this island we arrived. And here have I, thy schoolmaster, made thee more profit than other princesses can, that have more time for vainer hours. Tutors not so careful.
Heavens thank thee for it. But now, I pray you, for still 'tis beating in my mind a reason for raising the sea storm.
Ooh, no thus far forth, by accident. Most strange. Bountiful fortune, now, my dear lady, hath mine enemies brought to this shore. And by my presence I find my zenith doth depend upon a most auspicious star, whose influence, if now I court not but omit, my fortunes will ever after drew. Here, cease more questions. Thou art inclined to sleep. It is a good dullness, and give it way. I know thou canst not choose. Come away, servant. Come.
answer thy best pleasure. Be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, or to ride on the curled clouds. To thy strong bidding, task Ariel and all his quality.
Hast thou, spirit, performed to point that tempest that I made thee?
To every article. First, I boarded the Queen's ship. Now on the beak, now on the waist, the deck, and every cabin I flamed amazement. Sometimes I'll divide and burn in many places. The topmast, yards, and bowsprit would I flame distinctly, then meet and join. Jove's lightnings, the precursors of the dreadful thunderclaps, more momentary than sight outrunning were not. Fire, cracks of sulphurous, roaring, the most mighty Neptune seemed besiege, and make his bold waves tremble, yea, his dread trident shake.
That's my brave spirit, who was so firm, so constant, that this coil would not infect his reason.
Not a soul, but felt the fever of the mad, and played some tricks of desperation. All but mariners plunged into the foaming brine, and quit the vessel. Then all afire with me, the Queen's son, Ferdinand, with hair upstaring, then like reeds, not hair, was the first one that leapt. And cried, "How does it feel? All the devils are here!"
Oh, that's my spirit! But was this not nigh shore?
Close by, my master.
But are they, Ariel, safe?
Not a hair perished. On their sustaining garments, not a blemish, but fresher than before. And as thou fadest me, in troops I have dispersed from about the isle, the Queen's son have I landed by himself, whom I left cooling of the air with sighs, and at odd angle of the isle and sitting, his arms in this sad knot.
Of the Queen's ship, the mariners, say how thou hast disposed, and all the rest of the fleet.
Safely in the harbor is a Queen's ship, in the deep nook, where once thou calledst me up at midnight, to fetch dew from the still vexed bare moons. There she's hid, all mariners under hatches stowed, whom with a charm to their suffered labor have I left asleep, and for the rest of the fleet, which I dispersed, there upon the Mediterranean float, bound sadly home for Naples, supposing they had seen the Queen's ship wrecked, and her great person perished.
Ariel, thy charge exactly is performed. But there's more work. What is the time of the day?
Past the mid-season.
At least 2 glasses of the time twixt 6 and now must by us both be spent most preciously.
Is there more toil? Since thou dost give me pains, let me remember thee of what thou hast promised me, which is not yet performed me.
How now, Moody? What is it thou canst demand?
My liberty.
Before the time be out? No more.
I pray thee, remember I have done thee worthy service, told thee no lies, served without mistakes, served without grudge or grumblings. Thou hast promised to bathe me a full year.
Dost thou forget from what a torment I did free thee?
No.
Thou dost, and thinkest it much to tread the ooze of the salt deep, run upon the sharp wind of the north, or do me business in the veins of the earth when it is baked with froth.
I do not, sir!
Thou liest, malignant thing! Hast thou forgot the foul-witched Sycorax, who with age and envy was grown into a hoop? Hast thou forgot her?
No, sir!
Thou hast. Where was she born? Speak, tell me.
Sir, an Argier.
Oh, was she so? I must once in a month recount what thou hast been, which thou forgettest. Damn these Sycorax. For mischiefs manifold and sorceries terrible to enter human hearing from Argier, thou knowest, was banished. For one thing she did, they would not take her life. Is not this true?
Aye, sir.
This blue-eyed hag was hither brought with child, and here was left by the sailors. And who, thou, my slave, as thou reportest thyself, wast then her servant, and for thou wast the spirit too delicate to act earthy and abhorrent commands, refusing her grand hests. She did confine thee, by help of her more potent ministers, and in a most unmitigable rage, into a cloven pine, within which rift in prison thou didst painfully remain 12 years, within which space she died. the groans as fast as mill wheels strike. And then was this island, save for the sun that she did litter here, freckled whelp, hag-born, honored with a human shape.
Yes, Caliban, her son.
Don't think. I say so. He, a Caliban, whom now I keep in service. Thou best knowest the torment I did find thee in. The groans did make wolves howl, penetrate the breast of ever-angry bears. It was a torment to lay upon the dam, which Sycorax could not again until it was mine art. When I arrived, and heard thee, the maid gave the pine, and let thee out.
I thank thee, master.
If thou more murmurest, I will rend an oak, peg thee in his knotty entrails, till thou hast howled away 12 winters.
Pardon, master? I will be correspondent to command and do my spiriting gently.
Will do so. And in 2 days, I'll discharge thee.
That's my noble master. Say, what shall I do? What shall I do?
Go, make thyself like a nymph of the sea, be subject to no sight but thine and mine, invisible to every eyeball else. Go, take the shape and hither come in it. Go hence, with diligence.